All right, so we just did our energy exchange and we found out that the energy that we needed to release today was the energy of domineering, either of being domineering to others or having been domineered against. I relate. You ever been in a controlling relationship? You ever been in a relationship with a narcissist? You ever been in a relationship or in a family dynamic where it was high control? Yeah, that's called having domineering energy in your sphere. And it was not good for us to hold on to. And oddly enough, or beautifully enough, the energy that came up in its place to replace that feeling of being domineered or domineering was giving freedom. The energy of what it's like to give freedom to others if you are someone who has been very controlling, or to give freedom to yourself if you're somebody who has allowed yourself or been in really controlling environments. So before I even get started, for anybody who's going to be bopping out of this video quickly, the first thing I want to say is I give you permission right now to leave the domineering relationship that you're in, to leave the domineering religion that you're in, to leave the domineering political party that you're in, to leave the domineering identity that you have given to yourself. You don't have to do that. You don't have to be in that. You don't have to be a part of that. You don't have to stand for it. You don't have to replay those patterns, those habits, whatever that is, you're released. It can be that easy. Just don't go back, walk away. Don't worry about returning the keys. Don't worry about, whatever exchange of the sweatshirt that this person has, and you don't worry about emailing the whoever to let them know that you're not a member of the club anymore. No. Walk away. You don't owe anybody anything. You do not owe anyone an explanation, to just leave and be done with being domineered. And if you're somebody who has been domineering and controlling of others, cut it out. You don't have to do that anymore either. That's probably a habit and a pattern and a trauma response and whatever the heck else. You need to stop. Okay, so now what do we do? Now that I've said that, and now that we're like, okay, we're in it and we're in this now I go to my charts. This is called Spiritual Response Technique. It's a bunch of charts. It was developed in the 80s. This is a spiritual healing technique. I find it to also be a mental healing technique, an emotional healing technique, a physical healing technique. For me, this has been magic. And so what we do is we say, what is the root of this domineering energy? What is the root of the domineering energy? When we find the root, we can pull it up. But what is the root of this domineering energy? Well, we've got chart 4, which speaks to past lives usually, but there's also other things that can be interpreted from this. So if we're looking at, what are we looking at first? Are we looking at the when, the program, the cast, the when, the program, or the cast? What are we looking at right now? So we're looking at the cast. So who was involved in this, the root of this domineering energy? A sister. Anybody got a sister out there who's real domineering, real controlling? Hi, this is for you. What else? Who else is involved? Oh, there's dark forces, discarnates, icky energies, spirits, dark spirits, whatever you want to call them. They're involved. And what else? A father figure. So for anybody that resonates with, just because immediately those are the characters in your current present life that are being domineering to you, father, sister, or just a dark force that feels like it has control over you and you don't know why, this is for you. We're clearing it now. Spirit, clear it. And what that can mean is just me calling this out and you now having somebody validate your experience. Again, when I say spirit clear it, it doesn't necessarily mean spirit's going to come in and solve this for you, but it means you are now cleared to solve this for yourself. Okay, that's what this can mean. And yes, absolutely, I believe that spirit and the collective and source and all that is, it has our back and is looking out for us in a lot of situations, and spirit wants us to fend for ourselves. Spirit wants us to get ourselves out of these situations. Spirit wants us to take accountability and to take responsibility for our own stuff and for what's going on in our lives, because it proves to us that we can do it. It proves to us that we can survive things. It proves to us that we can have boundaries. It proves to us that we can put a stop to things that we don't believe in and don't feel good about. That's why Spirit gives you the opportunity to face domineering people, so that you can show up and say, no, I'm not going to do that. And then the one time you do that and say, I'm not going to do this, that's like the foundation then for all of your future belief systems that now say, I'm strong enough to say no. I'm strong enough to have boundaries. I'm strong enough to kick somebody out of my life, even if I love them. I don't have to put up with this. And that is now the scaffolding for your whole life. But you have to do it once. And in order to do it once, Spirit has to give you the opportunity to do it once. So maybe there is a sister, a father, some character in your life right now, a force inside of you even. Again, if you're the one that's being domineering, this is your opportunity to put an end to that so that you can build this new life where you don't have to put up with this stuff. I used to have nothing but domineering people in my life. Nothing but domineering people. That was it. Until I finally started saying enough. I had to say, I'm done. Now I don't have any domineering people in my life. Zero, because I cut them out of my life. And then there's no more opportunities now. Spirit's not even allowing them in my life anymore because I showed Spirit I don't want that crap in my life. And so Spirit's like, great, well then I don't need to give you that opportunity anymore because you've already said, you've manifested that you don't want that anymore. You've manifested with your no, leave me alone, stop it, that you don't want those types of people in your life anymore. So those people will not come into your life anymore. But I kept attracting those kinds of people because I kept saying yes to those kinds of people. And it wasn't until I started saying no to those kinds of people that they disappeared. I don't even have them in my life anymore. They're not even around anymore. And I used to think that was the only type of relationship I would ever attract. And that's not the case, but you have to say no and you have to push them away. So is there more you want me to look at on chart 4? I'm just going to ask a yes or no. No, that was what we needed to hear. So for anybody that has dark forces, specifically I'm feeling inside of yourself that is making you be controlling and domineering, or if you have a father figure or a sister figure in your life that is domineering you or being controlling, this is for you. Okay, so what percent are we open to giving ourselves freedom? That's the next question we ask, and I have a number chart to do that. So what percent are we open as a collective, the collective that I am doing this for right now? Again, this may not be for you, but the collective that I am clearing right now, what percent is this collective open to giving themselves freedom? 0%. And what percent are they blocked to giving themselves freedom? 100%. So that just spun and that just moved. And I mean, literally right now, this pendulum is moving me. I am not moving this pendulum right now. And she just said yes. Did you see that? She was like, yeah, this is the energy of the collective moving through me. I am just connected to you, to source, to all that is. And you are connected to source and all that is. So that's why the pendulum is moving like that. Right now she's a she. I don't know what she always is, but, and you can do it too. Like, I am not special. I am not special. You can do this too. So anyway, okay. So we now know that we are not open at all to giving ourselves freedom, probably not to giving other people freedom. I'm just going to say it's both. And then we're also blocked. Ooh, that feels big. Okay. So now what do we got to do to open ourselves up? How do we open ourselves up to giving ourselves freedom? So we go to chart 2. Themes, challenges, and soul qualities. Let's see. Unity and compassion. Yeah, I mean, if you're not compassionate with yourself, you are not going to give yourself freedom. If you are not able to look at your situation and say, wow, this is effed up, if you can't hold compassion for yourself, you're not going to give yourself the freedom to get out of that situation, because you're probably going to tell yourself that it's your fault. You're probably going to believe the lies that this domineering person is telling you, or this domineering religion, or, you know, whatever community is telling you. So I would encourage you to have compassion for yourself. Remember yesterday, if you watched yesterday, it was like the second I said the word kindness in the energy exchange, my entire energy shifted. Everything about me shifted in that moment. And this can be the same for you. When I say the word compassion, give that to yourself and then feel your whole energy change, feel your whole body change, feel your whole life then change. So once you give yourself compassion, then you can give yourself freedom. So now what percent is the collective open to giving themselves freedom? 100%, that's all it takes. We don't need more than that to get open to it. All we have to do is give ourselves compassion. That means we don't have to get to a place of understanding and acceptance of the situation that you're in. If you're waiting to understand the situation that you're in to give yourself freedom, it's not going to happen. You cannot wait to understand the situation, to understand the person who's treating you this way, to try to figure out why they are the way that they are, and then give yourself freedom. No, the only thing you have to do to give yourself freedom from this situation is to have compassion for yourself. Because the second you have compassion for yourself, you will wake up and realize that you need to get out of there, and you deserve to get out of there, and you deserve better than what you're going through right now. Okay, so now we're going to look at the blocks. So we knew we were 100% blocked to compassion. So now how do we deal with these blocks to compassion? Okay, so are we looking at 4B or 4? We're going to 4 again. So there's another 4 story, which is potentially a past life. So who's involved here? An angel, a guardian angel, and a mother. Why did that just make me feel so much better? Well, there's a guardian and an angel and a mother who I would like to think is stepping forward to help unblock us. Is that right? So is this just our guides, our masters, our angels stepping forward to help unblock us? I get a yes. So this is a yes. So is this also a past life story related to this? No, I didn't think so. I've never interpreted this chart in quite that way, but it feels right today. For an angel, a guardian angel, and a mother to come forward and help unblock you, that energy is what's coming forward to help unblock you. And here's what I want to say about that mother energy. Who is the kind of person who brings the most compassion? The mother. Who is the person who has your back when you have to go through something hard, like leaving a person or a family dynamic or a religion or a community that has been domineering to you? Your angels, your guides, they're going to be there for you. So that's why the mother energy is coming forward to help you have that compassion for yourself. And this is why the angel and the guardian angel is coming forward in this clearing to say, I have your back. I know you're scared about what it means to leave this dynamic, to leave this situation. And I am here for you. Have compassion for yourself. Accept the compassion of the divine feminine in your life. And you will have angels and guides that are going to help you through this every step of the way. I legitimately mean this. If there is one person in your life that popped into your head when this clearing came up, I would deeply, deeply ask of you to consider this, to consider leaving that situation. I don't get the sense that this is a situation where clear the vibe between you. You can still be friends. You can still work it out. No, it's like the replacement energy is giving freedom. Freedom is getting away from it. Freedom is being done with it. Freedom is not, oh, let's find friendliness again. Let's be friends. Fix the relationship. That is not the vibe I'm getting right now, clearly, because I'm a little worked up. I'm worked up because this one makes me, I have a lot of big feelings about this one, obviously, and that's okay. What else do we need to do now? Now that we know that we have the mother, the guardian angel, and the angel at our side, now we're going to go to chart 17, fine-tuning. Chart 1-7, fine-tuning. What do we got going on here? Belief in the necessity of being present and giving yourself presence. That's what just came up. Believe in the power of being present for yourself, of slowing down long enough to look at the situation you're in and be present for yourself. Don't escape, right? How often does desire to escape come up in these SRT clearings? A lot. Can we not escape? Can we push through this? Can we try to slow down long enough and really take accounting by being present? Take accounting of your life. Take accounting of your relationships. Take accounting of the communities you're a part of. Be present long enough to take a true accounting of your life and your situation. Stop being asleep. Stop dissociating. I know why you're asleep and why you're dissociating, because it's very difficult to survive in a domineering relationship and in a domineering dynamic. But wake up. Be present in this moment. Do the accounting of who you need to get out from under. Lean on your angels and your guides and the divine feminine that is always there to support you, and take the first step to get out of that situation. Take the first step to get that person out of your life. Because again, that first step is the scaffolding that you are building. That is the message you are telling the universe about how you will be and what you will accept in relationships. When you walk away from that domineering relationship, you are telling the universe never again. Never again will I do this. Never again will I allow this to happen. And again, if this happens to be for somebody who's being really controlling and domineering, cut it out. That's all I have to say to you. That's all I have to say to you. Stop it. But I have a feeling that's not who this is for. Maybe that's who this is for. I'm just going to chip away at a few more little things. I feel like this is mostly clear, honestly. I feel like this is mostly clear because this was just some like good old-fashioned messaging here. So what do we got here going on chart 32? Healing by the father, the mother, the grandfather of the oversoul. There is a theme here clearly tonight. Healing by the father, the mother, the grandfather of our soul's community, of our soul city, of our soul country, right? Again, I've talked about this before. Your soul family is like your neighborhood. It's like your neighborhood. It's like your 5-block radius, right? That's your soul family. And then your oversoul is your soul city. It's like your soul country. It's big, it's vast. There's lots of different soul families that live inside the soul, the oversoul. But what this is saying to me again is there is a loving, supportive energy that is here for you right now. There's a loving, supportive energy that is here for you right now. And also, Spirit, clear it. If the father, the mother, the grandfather, grandmother, if there's anybody in your life that is not being loving, clear it. We clear you so that you can walk away from those relationships. I can't, that's the thing. Like if you come to see me because you want to clear somebody else, that's probably not going to work. What's going to work though is I can clear you so that you know how to deal with that person. So that you have the strength to handle that person, so that you have the knowledge, the wisdom, the insight, the truth to know how you want to be and how you want to act with them and how you can gain clarity with that person and how you need to deal with them in your life. So that's what I can do. I can't turn somebody perfect for you so that you can keep them in your life. I can't make somebody not domineering so that you can keep them in your life. I can't do that. That's not how this works. Okay, what else? Is there anything else? Grandma's good advice. Of course. We're probably going to end on Grandma's good advice. That's what we're going to do. We're going to end on Grandma's good advice. Of course we are. Because this would not be today's clearing without Grandma's good advice. Have faith. Have faith in yourself that if you get yourself out of this situation, it's all going to be fine. Have faith. Have faith. And I clear any blocks you might have to faith. I clear any embarrassment you might have to having faith. I clear any triggering that you might have with that word faith. That I can clear. We clear that for you now so that when you think about faith, all you are is filled up with optimism and the belief that it can be okay and the belief that it's all going to work out for good. We're calling that in for you now. You deserve that. Screw these domineering poopy heads. Ugh. Ugh. I don't like them. I don't. Okay, here's what you're learning about me in this clearing. I don't like to be controlled. I hate it. In fact, it says a lot about me and my life situation. I don't like being controlled. Okay. Anything else we need to do for the collective today? Chart 6A. So there's some final energies we're going to clear, and then I'm going to do chart 6B and call in our replacement energies here. So we're clearing resentment. Oh, oof. We're clearing resentment. Is there any other energy you want me to clear here off of chart 6A? It's spinning all over chart 6A, and this is our yucky energies. So we're just clearing all of the energies on 6A. Because yeah, I mean, when you've been domineered, of course, you might have apathy, helplessness, anger, health abuse, alcoholism, addiction, abandonment issues, bitterness, feelings of betrayal, jealousy, malice, moodiness, murders on there. Try to control me for too long and I don't know what I'm going to do. So yeah, so we clear all those energies now and in its place, this is the good energy we're calling in. And I accept this now for myself because clearly I am filled with I am kind of a sourpuss right now. Okay. Thoughtfulness. That's all she wrote. Thoughtfulness. Okay. We're going to let it go. We're going to just breathe here for a second. Again, be in presence. Be in presence. Accept and appreciate the healing that our mother energy, our grandmother energy, our grandfather energy is calling in here to this clearing. Accept the guidance of your angels and your guardian angels. Have courage. Have faith in yourself that you can do this. You can walk away. You do not deserve to be domineered. You don't owe anybody anything. You don't owe anyone anything. I don't care the relationship dynamic. I don't care how much money they've lent you. I don't care how many times they have stopped at the store to get you something. If they are controlling and preventing you from having freedom and peace in your life, get rid of them. Get rid of them. Okay, everybody. Thanks for watching another juicy episode of Clearing with Kate. Stick around. Hopefully we'll be back tomorrow. I make no promises at this point. Wow, did you just see? This is what happens when you have a dog. You hit your sweater and there's like dog hair that flies everywhere. All right, anyway, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time on another episode of Clearing with Kate.